Developing a proper stance is the foundation for everything that you will do in your boxing journey. Now, there are many different kinds of boxing stances, and we'll go over many of those in future videos. But when you're first starting out, it's important to learn what we call the classic boxing stance before moving on to more advanced stances. Let's break down the mechanics of the classic boxing stance. I encourage you to follow along and watch, and also rewatch this video multiple times to become comfortable with this technique. Now, for those of you who are right-handed, like myself, you're going to want to lead with your left foot pointed towards the target. If you are left-handed, you're going to want to flip that around and lead with your right foot pointed towards the target. Now remember, I'm right-handed, so I want to lead with my left foot pointing towards the target. I'm going to want you to go ahead and find a straight line in your house that you can use to help guide you and practice on. I used a piece of tape to form my line. If you have tape, you can try that as well. Now I want you to place your big toe of your lead foot on that line, just like I'm doing right now. And then next, I want you to go ahead and take your back heel, lift it up, place it about an inch off of that line, just like that. Make sure that both feet are shoulder width apart, and point your toes at a 45-degree angle with your lead hand and lead shoulder pointed towards your target. Make sure that both feet are parallel, like a set of train tracks. And be sure not to open up so that you're too square and you're leaving yourself open. Really point your lead hand and lead shoulder towards that target. From there, bend your knees, sit down nice and low. How low you will sit will depend on if you're in a short range stance or in a longer range stance. In a future video, I'll discuss the difference between a short range and a long range stance. All right, so next, I want you to put both hands up at face level. You should hold your lead hand about 3 to 4 inches off of your face and keep your forearm nice and straight like a pillar. Your rear hand should be placed near or directly on your face so that you can catch punches as they come in. Your elbows should be tucked in to protect your body and not pointing out like this. Finally, your chin should be tucked into your shoulder to protect you from incoming punches. That is your classic boxing stance. Practice this in the mirror and review this lesson as often as you need to before moving on. And of course, as always, reach out on the FightCamp community if you have any questions for me.